Hey, hey, what's going on? Anything interesting happening lately? Let me ask you a question. With all this Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Vice President, did this, did that, have we heard from Barack? Has Barack Obama said anything? Is he defending his vice president? Seems like he's awfully quiet. I wonder why. Joe Biden, oh, Barack is my friend. He's my buddy. He's my pal. Really? I'd like to think if I was in a jam, my friends, my buddies, my pals would have my back. But what did Matt Margolis just write in PJ Media? Let me see if I can remember this. I'm going to try to get this as close as possible. Biden's spokesman says Hunter Biden was cleared by Barack Obama White House to take his position in Burisma Holdings. Did Joe Biden just throw Barack Obama under the bus? Is that what just happened? You don't believe me? PJ Media, October 10th? That would be yesterday. Look it up. Matt Margolis is the reporter. I think people are panicking. What else did we learn? What else did we hear today? We heard that McCabe didn't trust Steele and wasn't sure about the stuff in the dossier. You don't say. That's news. Anything else? What if I told you that Christopher Steele of the Steele dossier told the FBI, don't take this dossier as gospel. I can't verify a lot of the information that's in it. Does that need to be repeated? Don't take the dossier as gospel. I cannot verify most of the information in it. But it's your dossier. It's the Steele Did somebody give Steele this dossier? Let me give you a little scenario of how this dossier might have come to be. 2017. 2007. 12 years ago. Okay? Glenn Simpson and his gonna-be wife, I don't know if they were married in 2007, write an article in the Wall Street Journal titled something like how Russian, I forget the title, how the Russians use lobbyists to woo Washington. How Russians use lobbyists to woo Washington. That's 12 years ago. That story is so similar to the Steele dossier, to the point where some of the same names are in that. And as Dan Bongino would like to say, it was a movie script. They just changed some of the names, added Trump in there, and they're like, okay, we have this story. By the way, Glenn Simpson, the founder of Fusion GPS, the people Hillary Clinton and the DNC hired through Perkins Coie, but we're not talking about them right now. So now you're going to say to yourself, well, why didn't Glenn Simpson turn this in? Well, he couldn't turn it in because he would have had to have been vetted. If you're going to be an FBI source or an FBI informant, you have to go through a vetting process. who went through a vetting process, who was an FBI informant. Christopher Steele. They used him against the Russians and against the Pfeiffer case, against the soccer Pfeiffer. And then they fire him as an informant. Unreliable, whatever reason. But now they need this information to go to the FBI somehow. They need a vetted informant. That's where Christopher Steele comes in. He was just handed the dossier. Of course he can't verify anything in it. It's not his information. So this is what's coming out. Why is McCabe all of a sudden coming out against the Steele dossier? I knew something wasn't right about that Steele dossier. The IG report is due to come out in a week or two. The IG report's going to blow that whole thing right out of the water. So he's already backtracking to cover his ass. But it's too fucking late. We got all those clips of you on TV shows and all this other nonsense. It's too late for you, buddy. Comey. One little update on the whistleblower. When I said it was Bill Taylor, it might not be Bill Taylor. The whistleblower might have got the information from Bill Taylor, which I still think makes Bill Taylor the whistleblower. He just didn't say anything to the right people. He's doing it from behind the scenes. But that's what it's looking like. It's looking like it could be a guy named Cipollone, I don't even know. These people with these friggin' names. And this is a semi-normal Italian sounding name. And I can't get it. I can't keep it in my head. What else happened this week? Let's do a little week in review thing. That Ellen DeGeneres thing. That was awesome. All she doing sitting down next to George Bush. You see how the left is? You see how the liberal left is? Now you can't even be friends with somebody who's a conservative. God forbid. If you got a family member who's a conservative, yeah, you got to disown them. That's the way these people think. I saw... You show me a picture of Ellen next to George W. Bush as a... I guess I'm conservative now. I don't fucking know. But as a whatever I am, you don't see me going, oh, how dare Bush sit with Ellen? What's the matter with him? Who gives a fuck who you sit with and who you're friends with? But this is the rational people. The people on the right are the rational ones. You see all these liberal left protests. Who's spraying who with pepper spray? Who's using mace? Who's hitting people with bats? You don't see that on the right. I mean, yeah, you got the wackos, like the neo-Nazis, but that's not the right. Those are just crazy fucking people. Oh, it's always, if you're liberal, you gotta hate somebody who's conservative. Where the fuck is the logic in that? Well, whatever. It is what it is. Oh, what happened? Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris came out on stage to do some kind of an interview in front of a big audience with Chris Cuomo, Fredo. She actually pulled my preferred pronouns are against Chris Cuomo. She came out, they announced her, she comes out, Cuomo's on the stage, she gives a little greeting and goes, my preferred pronouns are she, her, and hers. And everybody in the crowd, woo, woo, woo. Cuomo don't know what to fucking do about that. He's like thinking to himself, she's a fucking idiot. So what does he say? Mine too. Now it's like a game of woke ping pong, right? Cuomo serves her up with the introduction. She fucking hits him with the fucking his, she, her, his, hers, whatever the fuck her pronouns were. Now he hits it back to her. Mine too. That's not woke. Did you just make fun of her? I mean, obviously you're not. Are you saying you're she, her, hers? Kamala don't know what to say. If she says something to him, I saw this on Dan Bongino. I love that show. If she says something to him and says, well, that's nothing to be joking about, how dare you? Now she's afraid, okay, oh yeah? Now he's going to hit her with some hard-hitting questions instead of those little fucking underhand softball pitches they throw at her. So she doesn't, but she don't say that. Now why, it's just, if you're liberal left and you, for some unknown reason, made it this far into my video, grow the fuck up. You're idiots. I don't know what else to say. It's amazing. The wokeness culture is ridiculous. But conservatives are learning how to fight back. It's awesome. A few weeks ago, a reporter tried to out somebody who was putting a charity together for sick children. So this reporter had to go back and out him for something he texted 10 years ago when he was 16 years old. So some conservatives decided to do some investigating on the reporter's tweets. Found all these racial stuff and all this nonsense. He got fired. Should he have gotten fired? No. Should the other guy's charity been hurt by what he said when he was a kid? No. But listen, if you want to play this freaking game, we'll play this game. And you better make sure your history is squeaky clean. Well, that's all I got. Have a good weekend. My ribs are starting a little better. I hope in a week or two the pain is 100% gone, but we shall see. Have fun. Bye.